Okay, welcome back to the Fail Breakdown channel. It's Wednesday, the 21st of January 2026, and today I'm just going to rattle through real quick the fail breakdown of 68.22 that we got this morning. I'm mostly going to talk about what Adam's written in the newsletter and touch briefly on my entry. But as ever, just basing this on Adam's methodology. Check him out at the link below and on X, and definitely defer to him for the full and proper breakdown of this trade. So with that said, let's get into it. I'm going to try and keep this under a few minutes today. So what I've got here is the 15-minute on the left and a lower time frame, 2-minute on the right, so we can see kind of the swings of acceptance and where the entries were. So just real quick, obviously the major low was set yesterday, or the significant low was set yesterday at 3:30, so half an hour before the close, from which we rallied into the evening session from 22 up to 57, so 35-point low, very significant. Nice and clean low to trade around. We actually put in a small fail breakdown of the 68.47 level, which was the London session low from Tuesday morning. We did that in the evening session, so there was a valid trade in here that got a nice level-to-level move out of it. But those runners trailed out in the evening session, after midnight and into the early morning hours. But coming into the morning, so we've got our significant low established, step one. Step two, we flushed that low, and we did that with quite a scary low, trucking down here from 35 down to 15, so 20 points in 15 minutes. So a nice scary flush, and then we started the process of recovering and accepting the level. So just switching over to the 2-minute chart. So per Adam's write-up, he kind of starts his write-up around here, around the 7:30-ish region Eastern time, where we're flushing back down the level. We initially flushed to 16, and then we put in a slightly lower low down at 14, and then bounced nicely back up. So this is the second type of acceptance, where we flush to 16, recover the low, and this is the blue arrow that I've already got drawn on the chart. Don't flush too far below the lower low. We only go like a couple of points beneath. If we've gone much deeper beneath, things start to look a little bit different. Maybe need to be a bit more patient when it comes up. But he noted that this was just subtle acceptance, and so he applied the non-acceptance protocol right when we popped up past 8 o'clock in the morning. So he's applying that 5-point danger zone to 22, gives it 27, giving it a few minutes above, and entered here. Had a little bit of drawdown. Well, fair amount of drawdown, to be honest. 10 points of drawdown on that, but the lowest low held. And that's an important part of the system, step 4 really. So no big deal. And then obviously we got President Trump talking geopolitics that sent the market skywards. So fairly straightforward system, working very well for me. I got up, I was kind of awake around here, and I actually thought this was significant enough to be deemed type 2 acceptance. And so I entered, perhaps very prematurely. Even Adam said his entry here was premature. So for me, I was extremely premature. And I got in around 26, which was kind of too close to the first level up, which was right around 28. But that said, level to level is level to level, regardless of where you enter. So, I was just a little bit too indecisive here. Ended up diddling in the middle, and probably needed to be in closer to 23, taking off at 28. But instead, I had to sit through all this drawdown. I had my stop 5 points below, so this was only a 10-point stop. So I didn't mind giving it 5 points beneath the lowest low, here, which actually saved me. Allowed me to sit through this drawdown and eventually got my first profit take at 32, and then more on the way up, and that was it for me. But yeah, premature entry certainly. I'm kind of curious, interested that Adam called the blue arrow subtle. Those seem like decent swings to me. Um, Especially when I was reading this, thinking it was okay. But yeah, we'll take that on board. Great trade. Nice to have that injection of volatility to send this up through the roof. Nothing to do for the rest of the day. For me, there was perhaps another trade in later in the day here where we flushed under the 47 level. I know some folks took this guy as well, and that worked out very well if you weren't able to catch the morning trade. But with that said, I think that's just about 6 minutes. That'll do for today. We'll keep it short and catch you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.